The top 5 most valuable and rare Washington quarter dollars that have shocked collectors and turned spare coins into 5 or even 6-figure paydays. From minting mishaps to hidden errors, these quarters are more than just pocket change, they're treasures hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, you won't want to miss these jaw-dropping discoveries. Let's dive in and uncover the coins that could change your life. Today's we're diving deep into the incredible story of the 1991 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that could easily be mistaken for ordinary until you discover the secrets it holds. Buried in the seemingly mundane world of everyday currency lies a mystery of rare mint errors, accidental strikes, and even coins struck on the wrong plankets. History of the Washington quarter. Designed by John Flanagan, it became the standard quarter dollar reverse until 1998. In 1965, silver was removed from the quarter, and the mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition, a crucial detail when it comes to identifying wrong planchet errors later. From 1965 through 1998, the coin's obverse remained largely unchanged, though sharp-eyed collectors know that even in these boring years, extraordinary rarities lurk. The most rare and valuable 1991 errors: broad strike error, value $75 to $500 depending on condition. Off-center strike, value $100 to $3,000 plus. Double die obverse DDO, value $200 to $10,000 plus in mint state. Struck on wrong planchet, value $5,000 to $50,000 plus. Missing clad layer, value $250 to $2,500 plus. Reverse die clash or cut errors, value $500 to $4,000 plus. Auction sales and biggest values. Let's talk about the highest auction records and real-world examples of 1991 error quarters. Struck on a dime planchet, $9,775. A genuine 1991 quarter struck on a dime planchet sold for $9,775 at a major U.S. coin auction. The coin weighed only 2.3 grams and was missing part of the design, easily identifiable once you know what to look for. Double die obverse, $12,600. One sharply doubled 1991 quarter with prominent doubling on the date and Liberty fetched $12,600 in near mint condition. Wrong planchet, Philippines planchet, $18,400. A rare specimen struck on a planchet intended for Philippine coinage was authenticated and sold for $18,400. Off-center strike 80%, $6,200. With nearly 80% of the design missing, this off-center strike was both dramatic and rare. Final price, $6,200. These are not just anomalies, they are life-changing finds, especially if you're lucky enough to discover one in your spare change. How to identify a valuable 1991 error quarter. Step-by-step checklist. Weight test. Standard is 5.67 grams. Anything noticeably lighter or heavier, that's a red flag for a wrong planchet. Visual inspection. Look for missing rims, off-center strikes, strange colors, or portions of other designs. Check for doubling. Examine In God We Trust, Liberty, and the date. Doubling can be subtle or dramatic. Listen to the sound. Coins struck on silver plankets or foreign alloys often sound different. Use a magnifier or USB microscope. Some doubling or die clashes require 10x or higher magnification. Compare to known varieties. Use databases like Variety Vista or PCGS error listings. Today, we're diving into the shocking secrets, eye-popping values, and hidden history behind the most rare 1984 error Washington quarter that's turning heads in the numismatic world. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just have a treasure hiding in plain sight. Historical. By 1984, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of coins annually, with the Philadelphia Mint alone striking 676,545,000 Washington quarters that year. On the surface, that might not sound rare at all. But as seasoned collectors know, rarity isn't about quantity, it's about anomalies. 1984 quarter rare error, double die obverse DDO, value $150 for low-grade examples. Up to $3,500, $5,000 plus for coins in MS65 plus condition. Off-center strike errors, value 5 to 10% off-center, $50, $150, major off-center greater than 50% with full date and mint mark, to $1,000 for $1,000 plus. Collectors pay premiums for dramatic visual errors, and 198 for P examples are among the most sought after. Clipped planchette, value, $75, $300, depending on the size and clarity of the clip. Broad strike and no ridge edge, value, $200, $800, depending on condition. Wrong planchette errors, value, a 1984 P quarter stock on a 5-cent planchette sold for $4,500 at auction. Even more shocking, a quarter struck on a foreign planchette, such as a planchette intended for the Philippines or Canada, could fetch $10,000 plus if authenticated. How to identify a valuable 1984 P quarter? Now comes the practical part. Here's how you can check your 1984 P quarters for potential life-changing value. Step-by-step guide. Check the date and mint mark. Look for 1984 and a clear P Philadelphia mint. Use a 10x loupe or magnifying glass. Check if any parts are off-center or show signs of a clip. Weigh the coin. Normal quarters weigh 5.67 grams. If it's dramatically less or more, you may have a wrong planchette error. Look at the edge. Is it missing the reeded edge? Could be a broad strike. Compare to online databases. Visit PCGS and NGC population reports for known varieties. Use eBay's sold listings to check market demand. Auction sales for 1984 P Washington quarters, PCGS MS67 sold for $815.62. A superb gem example with toning. This coin achieved a significant price at auction, highlighting the value of high-grade specimens. MS67 sold for $1,293. Another high-grade example that reached a notable auction price, emphasizing the premium placed on coins in exceptional condition. MS66 sold for $34.08. While not as high as the previous examples, this sale reflects the market value for coins in slightly lower mint state grades. Condition matters. Coins graded MS67 or higher command premium prices. Varieties and errors. Distinct varieties like the clad type 2 and error coins can significantly increase a coin's value. Authentication. Having your coin graded by reputable services like PCGS or NGC can provide assurance to buyers and potentially increase its market value. That's right, 1983 P Washington quarter, a coin you could find in spare change, may be hiding a rare minting error that could change your life overnight. Coins so unique, they have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, and experts believe some could even be worth six figures or more if the right specimen comes to market. The story of the 1983 P quarter. The 1983 Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not place mint marks on its coins at the time. So you'll see just the date, 1983, with no letter under Washington's bust. But more importantly, this was during a time when uncirculated mint sets were not issued, which caused a unique scarcity in high-grade examples. Basic identification standard coin. What to look for. A raised line from the eagle's beak on the reverse, resembling spit. Value. Can sell from $50 to over $500 depending on condition. Off-center strikes. Value. Varies with percentage off-center and visible date. Can be $100 plus. Double die errors. Value. Can range from $100 to over $1,000. Clipped planchette. Value. Around $50 to $100, depending on severity and grade. High-grade condition value. Grading. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, MS equals mint state. MS65 or higher sharp strike. No wear. Minimal marks. 1983 P quarters can be worth $500 to $1,000 plus due to rarity in pristine condition. Tools to help you identify. Magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe for spotting fine details like die cracks, doubling, or clash marks. Rare mint errors that shocked collectors. The double die reverse DDR. Value. Almost uncirculated. $1,000 to $1,500. MS65. $5,000, $7,500. MS66 plus, over $15,000. A high-grade gem example could top $25,000 or more at auction. Off-center strikes. Value. 5 to 10% off-center. $250, $800. 15 to 20% off center, $1,000, $3,000, 30% plus with full date, could reach $5,000 plus. Clipped blankets, value, minor clip, $100, $300, dramatic or double clips, $1,000 to $1,000 plus. Wrong planchette errors, value, to $1,500, $7,000, depending on condition. Top sales for 1983 P-Quarter Double Die Reverse, $15,862, Heritage Auctions MS6 7 DDR. This gem quality example shocked bidders with its sharp doubling and pristine surfaces. $10,800, Stacksbauer's MS6 6 Plus DDR. A quarter that's worth $43,000 to 100 times its face value. $6,000, eBay Private Sale MS6 5 DDR. Yes, even casual collectors are shelling out big bucks. Sales for other 1983P errors, $5,500, off-center strike with full date, a visually stunning coin that fetched thousands at auction. $3,700, clipped planchette error. Multiple clips made this coin a conversation piece. $7,250, wrong planchette 5 cent. Imagine a quarter-sized nickeled and a huge payday. These prices are not just speculative. They're based on authenticated sales from the top auction houses in the world, including Heritage, Stacksbauer's, and eBay's top coin. Today, we're diving deep into the mysterious world of the 1980 P-era Washington quarter, one of the most elusive and valuable modern coin rarities to ever hit the collector's market. Hidden in plain sight, this coin holds secrets that have stunned professional graders, dazzled numismatic historians, and ignited six-figure bidding wars at major auction houses. Birth of the 1980 P Washington Quarter Dollar, mint, Philadelphia denoted by P. Composition, clad composition 75% copper, 25% nickel over a copper core. Mintage, approximately 500 plus million. Historical context, in 1982, the U.S. Mint stopped producing mint sets due to cost-cutting measures during a recession. Errors on the 198 P quarter, clad layer missing struck on core, value, depending on the condition and whether one or both sides are affected. Values range from $100 to over $1,000, off-center strike, value, can range from $50 to $300 plus, depending on the degree, and I appeal. Double die obverse DDO, value, lesser DDOs can fetch $25, $100 plus. If a strong DDO is ever certified, its value could skyrocket into the thousands. Broad strike no color strike, value, typically sells for $50 to $250, especially if well centered. Real auction sales prices, here's where things get really exciting. Let's look at some real-world auction results for 1980 P-era quarters. 1980 P Washington quarter struck on dime planchette. Grade, NGC MS65, sold for $10,000 to $100. 1980 P quarter with major die break, cut error. Grade, MS64, sold for $6,000 for $100. 1980 P quarter double struck off center. Grade, MS66, sold for $3,000 to $150. 1980 P quarter missing mint mark. Grade, AU58, sold for $1,500 plus. And now, let's talk about potential. Hypothetical ultra-rare discovery. Imagine discovering a 1980 P quarter struck on a foreign planchette with missing mint mark and a double die obverse. If one like that surfaced in pristine condition, it could trigger a six-figure bidding war. Some numismatists suggest it could easily cross the $250,000 to $500,000 mark or more. How to identify a valuable 198 P error? Quick checklist: no mint mark, should be appeal if missing. Get it authenticated. Lightweight, normal quarter equals 5.67 grams. If yours weighs much less or more, it may be an off-metal error. Weak strike details, soft date, hair, or lettering especially in O or mint state. Planchette issues, color looks strange, or coin looks thinner than usual. Double strikes or misaligned dies. Die breaks or cracks, major cuts. Always use a precise scale, a 10x magnifier, and if it looks promising send it to PCGS, NGC, or annex for grading and authentication. We're diving deep into the secrets of the 1981p Washington quarter dollar, uncovering the rarest errors, the jaw-dropping prices collectors are willing to pay, and the history behind this unsung American coin that could make you rich overnight. So before you spend your next quarter on a cup of coffee or slide it into a vending machine, watch this video until the very end. Because that little 25-cent coin might just be your lottery ticket. And you won't want to miss a single clue on how to spot it. The birth of the 1981p Washington quarter dollars, the Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, had become a familiar staple of American pocket change. Designed by John Flanagan, it replaced the standing Liberty quarter and has remained in circulation with design changes ever since. 1981p quarter error sales price. A 1981p quarter struck 50% off-center with a visible date and mint mark fetched $1,750 on eBay. The beer was a known error coin collector. Broad strike with partial color, SOLD for $650. This coin looked like a pancaked quarter, larger, thinner, and without the usual ridges. It sold for $650, despite some wear. Struck on a dime planchette, sold for $10,000 plus. A known but rarely seen specimen of a 1981p quarter struck on a Singapore planchette has been rumored to exist, with offers of up to $50,000 from overseas collectors. 1981p Washington quarter dollar errors. Off-center strike error. Value, 5% to 10% off-center. $50, $150. More than 20% off-center, to $150, $800, 50% or more off-center with full date visible, can exceed $1,000, double die-obverse DDO, value, light doubling, $100, $300, strong, clear doubling, $500, $1,500 plus. Clipped planchette error, value, minor clip, $50, $100. Large or crescent clip, $150 for $100 plus. Broad strike error, value, in circulated condition, $75 to $100, in uncirculated grades, $300, $600 plus. How to identify a rare 1981p quarter. So how do you find one of these goldmine coins? Look closely at the date and mint mark. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling on the 1981. Check for off-center strikes or missing rims. Anything that looks misaligned, stretched, or missing part of the design might be an error. Off-center coins that still show the full date and P mint mark are the most valuable. Use a scale. A regular quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If your quarter is underweight or overweight, it may have been struck on the wrong planchette. Test the metal composition. Some 1981 quarters have been found struck on copper penny blanks or even experimental foreign plankets. Use a specific gravity test or submit the coin for analysis if it feels too light or too heavy. Get it authenticated. If you find something strange, submit your coin to a third-party grader like PCGS or NGC. Not only will they verify the error, but having an official certification will increase its market value dramatically.